I'm Lisa Daybeck, and I'm the Senior Conservation Scientist and the Director of the Tree Kangaroo Conservation Program at Woodland Park Zoo. The Tree Kangaroo Conservation Program started as a way to try to protect tree kangaroos in the wild. In Papua New Guinea, almost all of the land is owned by the local people. So we work with local communities, who are the landowners, to protect habitat for tree kangaroos, and we also work with them to better their lives in terms of education, health, and livelihoods.
The Tree Kangaroo program in Papua New Guinea is becoming an example of how we can build capacity for caring for wildlife in a way that also meets human needs.
Tree kangaroos are the sentinel for cloud forests, and because they're endangered and they're only found in this one part of the world, it's extremely important to protect this area and to work with the local people so that they can be stewards of the forest.
This idea of a social ecological system, one where people and animals can coexist, is really the kind of model that we need to replicate across the world, including right here in the Pacific Northwest.
It's key to understand that for the forest to be healthy, everything else needs to be healthy as well. Not just the animals that live in the forest, but the birds that fly through the forest and the fish that are in the streams, but also the people who live there. They're all very interconnected. You're not going to have a healthy environment unless all parts of the environment are cared for. The people who live there are important stakeholders, and if they can be convinced that keeping the forest healthy is important, and keeping the water healthy is important, and keeping themselves healthy, then they win, the forest wins, everything that lives in the forest wins as well.
When we try to educate kids and their adults on animal health here at the zoo, we really want to give kids an experience where they can actually be a part of animal health. You get a chance to see all sorts of moments when kids really have a spark that lights in them when they're really learning something. And one of the really special times at zoo vets, for example, is we're using all this vet equipment. We're using stethoscopes and fake syringes to give shots. And these kids, you can see them making the connection that this is the same thing that I do at the doctor, and these animals have the same kind of care. And if you provide kids with positive nature experiences with animals when they're really young, they're going to become stewards for the environment in the future.
I am surrounded by a group of passionate people that are here because they love animals and they also care about the world and they care about conservation.
I am hopeful for the preservation of tree kangaroos in PNG based on our experiences. Since we've started this youth conservation area, we are seeing a lot of good signs of the number of wild tree kangaroos increasing, so I am hopeful for that.
I think zoos, especially in an urban environment, are really important educational tools for not only kids but adults alike, because there's no other place when in a major city you can come and see an animal up close and really have a chance to develop that empathy, especially with little kids.
At the end of the day, what really counts is people being concerned and people taking action. That's what we need to do to create a healthy future for our children.